my name is Venette and I am here to talk about participatory culture. This is the digital age and new media culture. People are considered media creators by simply producing a blog, web page, stories, videos, photography, etc. More than half are considered media creators. In regards to teens, 22% own a website, 19% has a blog, and 19% has remixed online content. Now, what is participatory culture? Henry Jenkins states that first are barriers. It has relatively low barriers to artistic expression and civic engagement. Second is support. There's a strong support for creating and sharing creations with others. Third is mentorship. Some type of informal mentorship whereby what is known by the most experienced is passed along to novices. Fourth is contribution. Members believe that their contributions matter. And lastly, connection. Members feel some type of degree of social connection with one another, meaning they care what other people think about their creations. As a result, participatory creates a sense of community. The more access we have, the easier it is to participate. However, access to technology can only get us so far. What matters the most is how we use our resources, which allows us to enhance our skills and cultural knowledge. It is not so much about quantity of resources, it's about efficient and effective usage of these resources. Affinity spaces and connected learning. Ideal and informal learning environment where participatory culture takes place. A place to learn more, participate actively, and engage deeply in pop culture. It is very diverse, with age, class, gender, education level, etc. It is different from formal education system. It makes connections in and out of classrooms, especially because of the digital era. However, Mimi Ito states that parents cannot distinguish between children messing around and being productive. Now, what is informal and formal learning? Formal is often conservative, whereas informal is experimental. Formal is also static, yet informal is innovative. Formal is institutional, and informal is provisional. Formal has little to no mobility, but informal adapts. These are only some of the differences. So, what do I think? Is participatory culture something we should incorporate? Of course. One thing I would like to shed light on, which was not focused within the given material, is initiative. This culture encourages initiative, which I think is the most important step to being successful. For instance, for formal learning, students are motivated by grades and test scores. For the most part, students want to do well because that's what their teachers and parents expect. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think it needs a balance. In this case, informal learning is about achieving one's own desires, whether someone is looking or not, whether something is at stake or not. People participate because they truly want to. Students take initiative because they have a passion for it and they see an end goal. Unfortunately, several are discouraged by their parents because traditional thinking claims that any time spent looking at a screen is a wasted time. Yes, there are times for shenanigans, but so will any other hobby. Therefore, parents should understand how productive their child is in this participatory culture and encourage and guide them so they can enhance their skills and knowledge even further. At the end of the day, unlike formal schooling, students are able to create participatory culture in affinity spaces where connected learning occurs in and out of the classroom.